Capricorn, this is your September reading and it is full of abundance, joy, growth and power. I'm looking forward to getting into this reading. Before we look at these cards together and pull more to clarify, let me tell you what's going on. So cast your eyes back for just a moment and your mind back to mid of August going into September, last couple of weeks. Think about where you spend most of your time. Is it at home? Is it in the home situation? Is it at an office? Is it in like a corporate sort of a situation? Is it as like in your work team? You have changed up your daily routine, or you've had some sort of a massive reinvention of self, Capricorn. The way you express yourself has now changed. The way you're marketing yourself, the way you're branding yourself has changed. You've got a message to share and you really want to speak something out there. I think if anything, Capricorn, you've just decided to take a load off. You've been carrying a lot of responsibility, maybe your whole life. You're a Saturnian ruled, so that's possible. And you've just decided, you know what, I want to have some fun. I want to be a bit more free-spirited, get in touch with my like youthful side again, my playful, my goofy side, your silly side. That's what's been coming to the forefront for me. But overall, it seems like you've had a big reinvention of where you spend a lot of time. So wherever you had been spending most of your time, I think you've changed that up and you're going for something else. Some of you may have ended something at a career now, or just ended something in a company, a hospital, a school, something big like that, like an institution we all know, or even like a company everybody knows the name of. You might have been reinventing your role there. You might be doing something a bit more forward facing now, dealing with the public, speaking, talking, communicating, sharing ideas. But overall, you have this kind of itch to go, I'm seeing. As we move into September, the Page of Wands leads us to the Two of Wands, and you're ready to put your best foot forward in something. You're ready to take a chance, move out into the world. You have something maybe that you're working on at the moment that is in the early stages, that you're kind of, you had this, a lot of inspiration came to you maybe out of the blue, and now you're just sort of thinking like, how can I make this work? And you're making some decisions around it now. You seem excited about it. The Strength and Sun card coming through. Oh, gorgeous energy for September, and I can't wait to clear these major arcana cards up. But these are cards of strength and joy and just like free-flowing happiness, really. So I see September being a really happy month for you, at least, where you feel alive, where you feel strong in your body. Some of you may be making a decision to change something up health-wise, to change something for the positive health-wise. That could be like taking a different sort of a workout class, even just spending more time outdoors and trying to soak up any of the sun you can get, basically. Soaking up that vitamin D. But you might have been dealing with a Leo recently, and if it is, you might be going into this sort of new enterprise with a Leo. A Leo in your life coming through is looking like really something that's really strong. But if not, Capricorn, maybe you're ready to go into Leo mode and just bask in the spotlight a little bit more this month. As we take it forward to the end of the month, I see this free-flowing abundance and joy just continuing. It's great to see. The only thing is, I think you could get a little bit run down at this point, especially if you're running around, going to a lot of events, having a great time, of course, but like you might just get a little overwhelmed with all the socializing you're doing. But it does look like there could be good news coming through for you around the end of the month, especially those who are, hoping for maybe a pregnancy, or you might even hear news of someone close that's celebrating something like that. You might just be celebrating some sort of a new life being born, but as in just like a creation of yours and something that you're putting out there, something that you birthed yourself. But I do see you being tired and, if anything, maybe a little bit stressed towards the end of the month, where you kind of need to take a load off. You kind of need to just calm things down a little bit and, I don't know, have a bit of a rest. You have to think about your next steps forward. It's been so much fun all September. Actually, really, like since the end of August, you've decided like, I think I could be having a bit more fun and not taking life so seriously. And you've made some bigger changes that maybe have kind of removed some of the burdens of responsibility or pressure on you. It's not like this was big pressure either. It was just kind of like, it felt very stable, and you kind of maybe wanted to change some elements of it, bring a bit more excitement into it, and you have a lot of confidence in yourself this month. So if there's something that you really need to achieve this month, you've got the confidence for it, you've got the strength, and the sun is lighting up this reading, and I think there's a lot to be very happy for. So why don't we look at these cards together now and clear them up. Capricorn, before we do clear up these cards with more tarot, I want to pull an oracle card for you just to ground the reading again and take this as a message from your highest, most compassionate self to you. Let's see what we've got. This is from the Kuan Yin Chinese Goddess of Compassion Oracle. And you've got, oh, I never can pronounce this word, Sacred River Yangtze maybe. Sacred River Yangtze. Let's go with that, Capricorn. If you know, drop a comment. 25, number 25. I'm going to read this to you and then we'll move back to the tarot. So this is saying this sacred river eternally flows and changes. Just as the river flows and changes course, you too are evolving in your divine path. Veils and sheaths that once covered your soul light are being washed away. Cleansing by sacred water specifically indicates that your emotional life and the direction are being purified and healed. Changes in the flow of energy within you and in this momentum of your life path are imminent. This is exciting. You are growing and changing, and soon your life circumstances will reflect your inner evolution. I think very soon, because these are wonderful gifts to be coming through from the moment of evolution, which is death. Death is all about transformation in the tarot. Okay, wow, so you're changing right now, just like that river, changing course, changing direction. It says your life direction is going through subtle realignments, or even in the midst of a far more obvious change. You are encouraged to trust in the natural unfoldment of this process and to allow it to work its way through your life. Okay, it actually goes on to say, it goes on to say that this is helping your higher self release any impurities which it needs no longer contain. In doing so, there can be a period of spiritual release and even physical detoxification. The detox may occur through emotions that surface, inexplicable pains and aches in the body, a feeling of tiredness for no particular reason, and a need to rest or the urge to meditate more, do healing, go for swims in the ocean, attend a yoga class, or even change the way you're eating and sleeping. Okay, so they would be kind of natural impulses to this change that you're going through. And this is all to do with like this health, this vitality, the meditation, emotions coming to the surface possibly. But yeah, it does look like overall you have made some changes, and it seems to be a lot around how you're going to express ideas. And I really do think specifically you've decided, I want to have more fun, I want to just be a bit more free spirited, I don't need to have everything planned out, I can take chances, I can take gambles. So let's go back now and look at the Four of Wands, the Death card, and the Page of Wands to see what's coming up, Capricorn. You've got the Ace of Pentacles, wonderful. And then you've got the Knight of Pentacles. All right, so an opportunity or offer for you to move forward at a pace that you're willing to kind of take your time at, or you know that this is going to be a longer project. It seems like there'll be a lot of work to do around this new project, but some offer has presented itself to you, or something has come up where you feel like, yes, that would be very suitable for me. That would be very much in alignment for me. That feels right. I could see a lot of potential in it, you may think, and you see it as a great opportunity. You're very willing to persevere with this, and it does tell me that this is something that you probably will see to completion, even if it may take some time, but it might not even take this much time. There is something about this project that tells me some element of it actually could be brought to near enough completion actually before the end of September, if that makes sense to you, because it's coming up before we get into the month. I think there are elements of whatever this has brought up for you in the Ace of Pentacles. Maybe it's an idea to share, maybe it's a relocation in the company, maybe it's a relocation sort of been moved around in work or something like that, new team, new kind of new sort of a section of the company. So let's look then at the Two of Wands, Strength card, and the Sun. Fabulous September here we've got. Like, I love to see these cards coming. So now we've got the Nine of Cups, which is just total emotional fulfillment. Beautiful. This could be when these inner changes start to be reflected in your external. Ooh, Page of Pentacles. Great cards, guys. Okay, so yes, there's like a real urge for you this month to start something new. So you might be drawing a close to a part of this project, and even if it's not a brand new project, you're continuing a new element of it, but you need to learn a little bit more before you execute it, or else else, this is just you saying, job well done. I really did such a wonderful job making this transition, changing this part of my life, evolving. Now I'm so satisfied with what I've done. Actually, this is smug. That's how satisfied you are. Like, you know, you're thinking the sun is shining out of your ass here, guys. In a good way though, like you deserve this. You have been achieving so much and you've been getting validation and reward. You're feeling great for this. So Page of Pentacles might be saying that you're ready to start something new. It might be some sort of a course or some sort of learning. You might be just enhancing the skill set you already have by taking on something else. Wow, really, what else is there to say? You're just feeling like strong emotionally. You're feeling like you've come through a lot of tests recently but have prevailed and come out the other side of them, probably feeling stronger than ever and happier than ever than you've been in a while, and very eager then to kind of do something new or just, it doesn't have to be brand new. You may have a little experience in this. The Knight of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles tells me that this is some sort of a field that you may not be a complete master in, but in some area you definitely are, and that makes you want to learn a little bit more and maybe go back to kind of something that seems a little bit more novel. And that could have been what you're deciding in the Two of Wands, like, what's next for me? I have this project going, or I have this line of work going, and I'm doing this, and that's great, but there's something else that I could be doing. While this is not on the back burner, it's kind of it's tipping away nicely, this kind of this enterprise of yours, this opportunity that you're going with. But you have the space to take on more and you're feeling really good about it. Wow, okay, so the Empress and Three of Cups tells me that you should be expecting a nice little bit of windfall of abundance towards the end of the month. That might be emotional abundance, just feeling filled up and alive and joyful. It could come financially, it could come in the form of just being surrounded by people that you love, and that sort of abundance. So let's see. But I do see this month being a change for you, where this in our oracle that sort of noted that you would be starting to see these changes reflected in a positive external way. Like, so your external reality is now sort of, as it always will, is kind of just being created through these internal shifts you've been making. So we've got the Seven of Cups, okay, and then we've got the Six of Swords in reverse. Oh, okay, so there might be then a need to slow down at the end of the month and take a load off, because something that gets a little bit messy here, actually, Capricorn. You need to think about it, and you need to sleep on it, because it looks like at the end of the month you have some decision to make, and I think some sort of a setback or delay now is going to come up for you around the end of the month, and you're not really able to see what the best way forward for you is, because everything seems a little bit messy, chaotic, and nobody's really communicating very well right now. I don't know, there's a tendency here maybe to kind of get stuck in some sort of we have daydreaming coming up here, or like kind of lost in thought and like a bit overwhelmed emotionally, kind of thinking everything is sort of messy and doesn't make very much sense to you. You could be making small errors, like Mercury retrograde will be in the midst at this point, sending something to the wrong person, texting a message or an email to the person you were talking about to somebody else, like some sort of a slip like that. I see Freudian slips happening too. But yeah, you can probably expect that there might be some sort of a change in the course of how things are going. I would suggest that there may be a delay or hold up to your plans by the end of the month. That's not a big deal, just something to be kind of mindful of. It also could be just our typical Mercury retrograde, when things that were going smoothly just start to become a little bit more difficult or just inconvenient or somewhat more of a nuisance. Think slipping on a banana peel in this energy with these cards together and falling on your ass, like something like that, just some sort of a slip up, some sort of a mess up that you make. Luckily, mess ups and slip ups done during a Mercury retrograde don't leave long lasting ramifications. It's only a kind of 3-week transit. It's not there to do, and it's not long enough to kind of build momentum or intensity of a major transit that will give long-lasting ramifications to a mess up or slip up. But just be mindful of how you're communicating, I guess. Yeah, because it's going to be unclear. So unfortunately, yeah, Mercury retrogrades apply to the collective. So it's not only your miscommunications or your muddle that we might have to account for, Capricorn. It will be other people's too. Something at a party might be said. Something when you're out socializing might be said, and you start thinking about it. And the more you think about it, you're like, what did they mean by that? That was very strange thing to say. God, that person seems a bit mad. They seemed a bit delusional. Why were they saying something like that? And you take a step back from this person and you're thinking, okay, right, I don't think I'm gonna continue this conversation, or something kind of strange, basically, a little unsettling, a little jarring, but it ends up giving you a little more inconvenience than you would like. No major arcana cards, nothing too bad. Overall, the end of the month seems to be like a lot more outweighing abundance than confusion and some delays. Just expect delays, as we all should in a Mercury retrograde. All right, Capricorn, if you're interested in astrology like that, I do have your personalized astrology available on my channel right now. I read astrology for greater accuracy through the rising sign position. So if you know your rising sign, head on over and check out your personalized astrology for September. It's under the Virgo season, all signs video. And even if you don't know your rising sign, it's super easy to find that out. You just go on to any search engine, type it in, follow the prompts, and you'll get it really easy, just fed back to you. Thanks for watching today, Capricorn. See you soon.